Pokemon card collecting is so expensive. I'm always trying to find ways to recoup some of the costs of making videos and chasing down cards. Ripping packs leaves me with a lot of unwanted cards that I want to move quickly and get some money back to put towards my next chase or the next video I'm trying to make. Today, I want to take you through finding the value of your unwanted Pokemon cards, talk about what's worth selling, including some details about those common and uncommon supporter cards that you probably don't need. Those trainers, tools, and item cards can really add up, and people need them for their decks. I'll show you how to stay up on what's valuable. Then I'll show you how to list them on eBay and how to package them up and ship them out. So let's get to it. Let's talk about value first. The age-old question of what's my card worth? You might not even want to sell your cards, you just want to know their value. I generally use two methods, TCGPlayer and eBay, to figure this out. But it first starts with knowing the card condition. eBay has a great chart for condition, and buyers are going to choose your card over the others only if the price beats them or the condition beats them. And even amongst near mint cards, the condition varies widely. Your cards are generally going to fall into one of these conditions, near mint or better, excellent, very good, or poor. If you just ripped it out of the pack, chances are really good that it's going to be near mint or better. Very minor chipping, a little white dot on the edge here or there is going to still pass as near mint or better. Here's some common examples of what you should expect to see. This is a near mint card right out of the pack. It's never seen the light of day and went right into a penny sleeve and has never lived anywhere else. You might see a tiny bit of white on the corners. That's really nothing out of the ordinary as far as near mint goes. It might not get you a PSA 10, but as far as listing a card as near mint, this is pretty much what you're normally going to see. As long as you pull your cards right out, sleeve them up, and take care of them. Then you have some examples of cards that look pretty darn good. The front is good. There's no wrinkles. You know, maybe there's a little bit of something here and there, but like in the case of this card, when you flip it around the back, there's some clear signs of wear. You see whitening across the top. This is definitely going to bump you down into a more lightly played category of excellent or very good. It's not damaged. It's not super scuffed. I wouldn't put it completely at poor, but it's certainly nowhere near mint. Still, beautiful card. Love that card. Then you've got the definite poor cases, unfortunately, like this Cynthia and Caitlin card that I have. You can see down here there's some definite signs of damage, and this is going to be an example of poor. You can see a crease right there. You know, this is a card that I personally would list as damaged. Tons of wear and tear on the corners, or on the edges, and on the corners. Combining all of that damage along with this clear dent that you can see here, crease. I wouldn't even, it's a dent and a crease all together. Definitely, this is a very poor to damaged card, as beautiful as it is. But for most of you, I'm assuming you're pulling your cards from a pack. It's going to be near mint or better unless it got damaged at the factory. Obviously, we've seen huge scrapes from the machines and whatnot. In those cases, you're going to have to move it down the line and rate it something else. But I would say for most of you, for most cases, you're looking at near mint or better because you pulled it from a pack and it looks pretty clean. Now, if you're selling on eBay, people are going to look at your picture, and that's going to be the key indicator for them as to whether or not you've properly listed it at near mint. People are not going to buy it, or they're going to send it back to you. So you don't want to get yourself in a situation where you're over claiming the rating. But like I said, in most cases, you're looking at near mint or better for your cards. Now that you know your condition, you're going to come over to TCGPlayer and you're going to look it up. Let's take, for example, the Leafeon V-Star from the Galarian Gallery in Crown Zenith. What I'm going to do is come in and just search up for his name, Leafeon. We can skip the fact that we can put in that it's a V-Star, Leafeon V-Star. The card is going to come up. You're going to search for it. We're going to bring it up here. Generally, what I'm going to do is you can look at the market price that's listed here, $33.28, but it may not be updated if it's moved recently. So typically, I'll continue scrolling down. You can use the check marks here and like check off near mint condition. You're going to pass over the Japanese because it's not Japanese. And you're going to see one person is selling it for $21.45 with 99 cents shipping. They don't have a lot of sales. So I might not trust that particular one myself. I'm going to come down to people with some more sales and see what they're listing it for. So here we got a 3123, roughly close enough. So we're gonna say for now the value is roughly 3123 plus shipping, about a buck worth of shipping. And then I'm gonna want to pop over to eBay and do the same thing. Look at that Leafeon V-Star. I'm gonna put in the card number, which you can find down at the bottom of the card, GG35. Typically for English, I'm just going to put the GG35, even though it's GG35 out of GG70. Since not everyone does that, I'm going to get a better picture of all the cards that are listed by just putting GG35. First thing I'm going to do is come down to the filters, and I'm going to click sold items to give me all the sold items that go into that category. It's going to be sorted on ended recently. You're going to pass over anything that's not the right card. So you can see here on June 19th, which is today, someone bought one for $33 and $4 shipping. That one was from Germany. This one's from Canada, so I'm going to skip over that one. Here we got a $36.99 with $1.16 shipping, $34.95. So we're looking at about that 33 plus shipping, 35 plus shipping mark, and it's looking pretty good. I'm going to uncheck the sold, and I'm going to sort on lowest price first, and I'm going to set it to buy it now. And because I want to see what's at the top. Now, we can see this first one here, they listed as damaged. We can filter out anything that's not near mint. Unfortunately, by coming all the way down to the more filters, I don't know why this isn't a default filter up at the top, and then scrolling to look for card condition. We're going to click on card condition, we're going to click on near mint, and we're going to apply that. That's going to get rid of anything that people didn't claim was near mint. So now we see the lowest one right now is 33 bucks. We can come in and look at it. We can see this particular card is very fat on the left side and skinny on the right side as far as condition. It still falls under near mint, but if yours is more centered, then people are going to pick yours over the other. We can also see this person doesn't have a lot of sales, which is going to impact whether or not you want to go with their sales price or not. Here's another one, $29.99 or best offer and $4 shipping. This one looks really good to me. So, and my card looks similar in my opinion. So I'm basically going to look at that and say that if I want to outsell this guy, I have to beat the $29.99 and the $4 shipping. At this point, I would probably decide to sell for $28.99. I'm going to beat them by $1. I'm going to have the same standard shipping as they do. When cards are over $20, then you have to use regular standard shipping, which is typically around $4 to $5, depending on where you're shipping from and to. So if I'm here in North Carolina, I'm shipping all the way to California, a single card packaged right is probably going to cost me about $5 to send it over there. Now, if I was going to sell a Japanese card, I would only look it up on eBay. And the way I would do it, let's say I've got this Arbok illustration rare here. You may or may not even know the name of the Pokemon, but what I'm typically going to do is look it up based off of the set. In this case, it's SV5K, so I'm going to put in SV5K, and then I'm going to put in the card number, including zeros when the card number is under 100. In this case, it's card 079 out of 071, which is listed just to the right of the set number, SV5K, and that's all I'm going to search on. I'm going to do the same steps that I did before, but now I'm going to do it with just this. We can see here, shipped from Japan, it's only about $2.10. Now, the fact that I'm here in the US, if I had this card and I was going to sell it, I would still probably have to sell it for the same price. If I wanted to beat this person, I would have to sell it for $2.09 if I wanted it to move. I could probably get a little more from someone willing to buy only from the US. So if I really wanted to try it, maybe I could scroll down and find the first US seller and just beat that person, and maybe I'd get lucky. You can actually filter on item location, so I could put US only, and as we see here, $2.54. In order for me to beat this person, I'm going to have to price under that. So like I said, personally, if I'm happy with the current selling value, I'm just going to undercut the lowest price for the buy it now, using that recent sold average as just a guide. I just want the next copy sold of this card to be mine. I don't want it sitting. I don't want prices to tank and I have to come back later and adjust, because I don't want to pay attention. Once I throw it up there, I'm hoping it'll just sell. If you're going to list tons of cards, you're going to have to sit there and keep on top of it. So my strategy currently is to just undercut the lowest price, get it up there, get it sold, get it out the door, not spend any more time and money on it, because time is money. And so I just want to get what I can now. If I don't like the price, if I think that the value is going to go up in the future, like perhaps the Leafeon V-Star, I might want to keep that. I might just set it aside, not sell it now, and see what happens in the future. And you know, that's just a choice you have to make. For a lot of the playable cards that we'll talk about in a bit, I just want to get them up, get them sold. And, you know, if they're hot items, they're probably already maxed. I've been selling a whole bunch of Buddy Buddy Poffin lately, packs of 4 for $6.99 plus $1 shipping, which cancels out the shipping plus all the packaging, etc. And I'm left with the $6.99 pretty much. eBay is going to take probably 73 cents of that. So I'm left over with about $6 for 4 cards that I wasn't going to need or use anyway, just because I held on to them and people need them. All right, so now you're ready to sell. You got your price locked in, but let's talk about the packaging and the shipping first, because it's going to affect your listing. On eBay, for anything valued under $20, you can use eBay's standard envelope, which just costs 64 cents, and it comes with tracking. You're throwing money away if you don't use it, for both yourself and your buyer. And if you think you're going to charge for standard shipping and send it with a stamp, I would personally never buy from you again. If you charge standard shipping and you send standard shipping, then you just lost $5 profit on your card, because no one is going to pay you an extra $5 on top of market price just to pay for the shipping. You're going to have to take that out of the cost of your card. Now, if the card is valued over $20, then standard shipping with tracking is needed regardless. You can then offer free shipping and price accordingly, or drop the price $5 and charge for the shipping, but in the end, you're only going to get fair market value for your card. Now, to me, it's not worth selling anything under 99 cents with 99 cent shipping. So $1.98, anything lower than that, I personally don't bother with, because it's really not worth it after the shipping, the packaging costs, and eBay's cut. Here's an example of a card that I recently sold for exactly 99 cents and 99 cent shipping. I had posted all of my reverse hollows from a rip from 151 to try to recoup some money. It's really not much, but if you do a lot of these, it's going to add up over time and help you out. So as you can see here, the item was listed for 99 cents. The shipping was 99 cents. The buyer paid 8 cents in taxes. So they paid $2.06 for this card. Again, this is an Aerodactyl reverse. eBay takes the 8 cents of tax away immediately and, you know, gives it to your state. The transaction fees were 55 cents. And the shipping label was 64 cents, leaving me with 79 cents to pay for the packaging and the card itself. So really, it's not a lot. This is the bottom of what I would bother selling. It's up to you. If you want to sell something any less, you are looking at, to me, it's not even worth your time. So the way the eBay fees work is there's a final value fee, and then there's a per order fee. The final value fee is 13.25%. And for orders under $10, the final order fee is going to be 30 cents. And for over, it's 40 cents. So in this case, a 99 cent card is going to be 30 cents plus the 13.25%, which was the 55 cents in transaction fees. All right, let's talk about the materials I use to ship. First of all, I use Card Saver 1 or Card Saver 1 types. This is the Ultra Pro version, very similar. I like these over top loaders because top loaders are kind of thick. They can get jammed up in the machines at the shipping facility. I've not had any issues using these. I feel like I like the low profile better. I get cards all the time in top loaders, and it works out too. It's just my personal preference. So I like to use a card loader. Obviously, I'm going to put the cards into a penny sleeve, and then the penny sleeve into the card loader. Now, this card costs too much, so I wouldn't ship it with an eBay standard envelope, but I'll just use it as an example. The other thing that I use is these. Recognize this from the inside of an ETB. I have enough of them that I set them aside and I use them for shipping. They're perforated here. It's a nice heavy cardstock. So what I do is I cut it the width of the card saver, and that ultimately is going to go into one of these Mead 6 3/4 security envelopes, which I pick up on Amazon. Now, a box of the Card Saver 1s for $200 is about $22.87 right now. So you're looking at about 12 cents each for a Card Saver. These envelopes, I got 2 boxes of these for about 11, so 160 for 11 bucks. That's about 7 cents each. So when we talk about the fact that we're making 79 cents profit, you've got to subtract your card saver. If you buy bulk, you might be able to save much, but for me, it's about 12 cents for these, 6 cents for that. So 18 cents off the bat is coming out. Anything extra that you do is going to cost more. Some people like to put them into graded sleeves. I personally don't bother. This is going to cost you, from what I checked, about another 6 cents that you'll be losing, but people like to put them in there, make them more waterproof. Personally, when shipping 99-cent cards, I don't bother with waterproofing. If it was like a $10 and up card, I might. Personally, though, what I do is, let me cut this quick. All right, so after I cut off a piece of that cardboard, I'm going to put my cards into the rigid submission thing here, card saver or whatever. I'm going to put it down on my cardboard, and I actually use some painter's tape. Somebody bought these from me, so I'm going to ship them out. Now, I put it right over the whole top. To me, this painter's tape is going to come off easy, but also, if for some reason a little bit of water got in here, I think it's going to prevent it from going in. If the thing gets really, really drenched so much that it's going through the painter's tape, then, you know, it's on them for having a mailbox that's getting soaked. I mean, that's just kind of ridiculous in my opinion. So then I'll take their envelope. This thing is almost exactly the right size to go in there, and seal it up. This is a real order I'm shipping out. And there we go. Now you can print out your label and slap it on here. It's nice and thin. This is under an ounce, so it's still 64 cents. If you try to do much more than this, then you probably want to start stepping it up to a a little bag and shipping with the like $4 to $5 shipping rate. Now, personally, I can't show you this label, but I have a label maker, a DPRT printer, and so I do all my purchases and print straight to the printer, and then I can, it's a label, so I can just stick it right on there, and it's ready to go in the mail. Good to go. Those Buddy Buddy Poffins I sold for $6.99, and they'll be going out tomorrow. So if it was a 99-cent card that I sold for 99 cents, so if the card saver cost me 12 cents, the envelope cost me 7 cents, and a team bag cost me 6 cents, you're looking at about 54-cent profit. So you got to sell a lot of 99-cent card. And again, that's why I said I wouldn't bother selling anything under 99 cents with 99-cent shipping, because every penny you subtract from that sales price, you need to subtract from your 54-cent profit. So if you try to sell a 75-cent card, you're getting 25 cents in return. To me, I'm not even going to bother. All right, so I said I'd show you how to find the cards that are worth selling, specifically those trainer cards. So we're back over on TCGPlayer, and what I've done is I've come into the Pokemon section, and I've used the filters to put every modern set from Scarlet and Violet. So I went in to find a set, and I just started doing SV01, SV02, all the way up and checking them off. We can put in the base set, SV base set as well. So now that I have them all in, then I would make a bookmark. So you can come back to this page and you can search. You can do the same thing for Sword and Shield as well, and make a bookmark for this. Except that was Sword and Shield, so that was Sword and Shield base set. I misread it. So now we're in here. We can come in and we can filter out. We can look at only cards, and we're gonna have all the cards that are in here. We can come down and we can check off supporter, item, tool, and stadium. All right, we can sort high to low. Obviously, this is going to have some of the full art cards that are very expensive. You can look those up and sell those if you have them. Personally, if I'm lucky enough, I only get one of each and they become part of my personal collection. However, what we really want to look at are the uncommon. So we can come down and check for the rarity, uncommon, and common cards. So now we have all of Scarlet and Violet, all the common and uncommon, and we can price them from high to low, and we can see what's selling. And you can see right off the bat, look at this. Earthen Vessel are selling for $3.60 for market value. That is crazy for a card that you most likely were going to throw away. And personally, after ripping packs, I use one of these ETBs and I fill them with all my trainers. And when that one fills up, I fill up another one. I have 2 filled up for Scarlet and Violet. Now I know I need to go through here and find every single earthen vessel and start listing them. Same thing with Arvin. Arvin is going for $2.13. Like I said, I've been selling Buddy Buddy Poffin 4 for $6.99, and every time I put them up, they've sold in 12 hours. So you can also see here some other cards. All of these above $1. Countercatcher. What's the difference between these two, Arvin? I guess one's from the base set and one's from Obsidian Flames. They do the same thing, so I would expect the market value to be the same. And then Super Rod, $1.13. These are all worthwhile for gathering up. And even these that are 50 cents, you grab 4 of them. That's a play set. 4 is the most you can have. Bundle them up, sell them. Go look up what the listings are right now and sell them. Let's check out Earthen Vessel. Also, when you're in here, you can see what the reverses are going for. They go for more. Obviously, in this case, the market price right now is over $6 for the reverse Earthen Vessel. So that's very much a worthwhile card you don't want to be throwing away. Let's pop over to eBay and search up Earthen Vessel. We're going to sort on lowest, buy it now. And if you want, you can check English. A lot of people don't set the language, so I don't generally trust that. But we'll see how it goes here. You can see here, $2.99 plus $1 shipping. This $1.12. So to beat this guy, I would come in and list them for $2.99 with 99-cent shipping. Or you can bundle them up. We can find the first person here that has 4. Well, it might be hard. I don't know. You could just, let's see, $2.99 plus 99 cents. You could easily do 3 times 4, $12, and then 99-cent shipping. And I bet it sells right away. That's $12 for a card that you were going to throw away. So as you can see, there's a lot of money that can be recouped to help you buy more packs and chase down more stuff. And it's really quite simple to do, really quite simple to package it up. You just got to get some envelopes, some card protectors. You can go my route with painter's tape. You could forego the painter's tape and just use a team bag. If you really had to, you could use any tape you had lying around the place. I had painter's tape lying around, and it peels off easy. I honestly can't stand getting a top loader with sticky tape, scotch tape, covering the top. It ruins the top loader because you're going to have to cut it open. You're never going to want to use it again, except to ship to another guy and piss that person off as well. So that's why I use the painter's tape. It's I had it lying around. It's not that expensive, and I use that instead of using a team bag to water resistant your card, which I don't personally think is that necessary. Now, time and again, you might have an issue. You might have someone complain, but I've had some cards lost in the mail. I just gave back the money because it is what it is. However, I love the eBay tracking system. I don't think TCGPlayer has it yet, even though eBay bought TCGPlayer. I'm hoping they add it because it's great to have tracking. If it shows that it was delivered, then the person can't come back and say, hey, I never got my $12 card, and then now you're out $12. So that's why I sell mostly on eBay and really like it. And I really don't mind taking a picture and selling it. So you're ready to sell. You got your card, you know the condition, you know the price. Now you got to sell it on eBay. It's super easy. Typically what I'll do is I'll search the card up like Earthen Vessel here. I'm going to go back into the sold listings. I'm going to go to most ended recently and I'm going to skip anything that's from a different country. So I'm going to come down here. Here's a play set. They could have gotten a lot more money personally. But let's see. Here's a good one. This one sold for $2. I'm going to click on sell one like this. And the reason why I come to the sold listing is because we knew that this person's listing worked. Somebody found it up. Actually, this might even be better. Hero deal, English, 4 times for 13. Oh, it's from Canada. If you click on one that's from Canada, then it's going to act like you're from Canada and it kind of messes up. So I'm just going to pick this one. I'm going to sell one like this. It's going to bring me into the selling page. You're going to put your own photos in here. You can tweak the item title. You can check off some of the, it's not called Rift. If you want, it's a, I don't even know. I'm not even sure I'd bother. People will find it because they're going to search up earthen vessel and the card number, something like that. But if you really want, you can fill these out. I usually don't bother. It's usually not an issue. And I'm pretty lazy, so I'll take the title and I'm going to stick it in the description. You have to select the car condition, ungraded, and near mint or better, or whatever you're selling the card at. I'm going to come down here. We decided what, like $2.99. It'll give you some suggestion. Median selling price. This card must be on the rise, so I'm happy with the $2.99. Come down. I'm going to change it to 1 ounce. 7x5 by 0 for the packaging. Now, I personally always do 99-cent shipping for these, so I'm going to change it to flat rate. I'm going to delete this service, and I'm going to add in the primary service of eBay standard envelope, which is right here. eBay standard envelope, eligible for items up to $20. It includes insurance, and it includes tracking. So 63 cents. I'm going to save it in. But because I chose flat rate right here, I'm going to put in 99 cents and I'm going to list it. Now I got to go through my box and find all of the ones that I have. Now that I know that it's selling for $3 a pop, I'm hoping I have a whole bunch of them and I'm going to list them up and recoup some of my money. So that's all there is to it. I don't know, that kind of might have been a lot, but I think it's very helpful information if you haven't done anything like that before. A lot of people are out there doing it. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Please let me know if you have any suggestions for me to improve my own selling, because, you know, I got a lot of cards left over from this channel that I do want to get shipped out there. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video and subscribe if you want more content from me, and I'll catch you in the next video.